YouTube stream. Let's see. And my headphones just got disconnected. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Guys, got about 2 minutes till the open here. There we go. Yeah, why do you think they did that, Farouk? I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's typically 50 to 80 people. There's 80 on Tuesday. So almost there. All right, guys. So snow 200 calls. Once again, let's get those loaded up. Let's get ready. Again, I'm not trading this in the first few minutes. I'm just going to let this do its thing, and then we will see what happens. $195 is honestly like the real level for me that I want to be involved at. All right, guys, 50 seconds. Yeah, Tesla's still weak. I'm not going to keep trying to milk that, though. Before 10 a.m. or after? I would say probably before 10 a.m. I don't know what time frame, if that's Eastern or Central. If it's Eastern, then I don't know. Some people like to wait the first 30 minutes before they take any trades. So it's honestly just preference. But I would say the first hour of the market is typically the best. For day trading, that is, of course, right? All right, we're live. Snow contracts have not updated yet. Yeah, Tesla, wow, still selling off here, man. 290. If Tesla comes down to like, under 280, I'm probably going to start buying that if I can get all the way down there. If this really sells off that far, I think there's no reason not to try to be a buyer. Meta making new highs here. Meta's moving pretty well. Do y'all see any snow contract pricing yet? Mine hasn't updated. Sometimes it takes a little bit on a stock like this. Can anyone see snow prices? Nope. Okay, good. It's not just me. All right, that's fine. Just let them do their thing. Let them price them in. That IV should start coming down. Yeah, I have no price on IBKR. They better hurry up, though. But honestly, this forces us not to take a trade right now. 147. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more than that just because we're up like 20 points. We're up 12% right now in snow. HIMS is pushing again. Google is still not doing much. NVDA is selling off here a little bit. Snow coming down. Okay, here they go. They just opened. 200 calls are, yeah, extremely cheap. Once more volume comes into them, though, they should gain some value. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Let this IV settle, guys. These contracts are going to continue to just sit here and lose value slowly. So, Eddie, you said that the snow 200 calls were $1.47 at close yesterday. That's what it had saved for you? Wow. Well, if that's the case, I think that's probably true. Look at this, guys. You got a 12% move in your favor if you bought a 200 call and you still lost money because the 200 calls are 50 cents right now. Highest I just saw them was like $1. So how about that? 30% loss at the minimum. So just another example in why it's just, to me, it's never worth taking an earnings trade. Yeah, there's your IV crush. I promise I wasn't making it up, guys. It's real. Honestly, pretty low volume here on these contracts. Would like to see more. The 190s are picking up a little bit of volume. Got 1,000 on those. The 185s have some. I bet that's more people selling those. Yeah, it's good, soldier. This is good though. It's giving Snow a little bit of time, but again, it's got to be very obvious for me that there's volume and a lot of aggressive buying and stuff like that for me to take a trade on Snow, because Snow's a tricky stock sometimes. Yeah, other than that, guys, I don't really see a whole lot going on. I mean, NVDA down to 132 here. I mean, considering the biggest company in the world had earnings yesterday and it moved 0.5%. Apple trying to shoot up here again. Meta coming back down. Tesla's actually bouncing for once. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit on my hands. To me, I have absolutely no interest in forcing a trade. I'm gonna let either the Snow setup come to me, or maybe Tesla or Nvidia does something interesting. Something's going on with Apple, I think. Keep an eye on Snow. Nah, volume's not that crazy. Yeah, never mind. Apple though, here we go again. Here we go again. Snow still at 185. I don't know. Sometimes like people talk about it's called a day two trade, which is you have earnings, stock does its thing, and then maybe it takes a day or two for it to kind of settle out, and then you'll get a nice move. I think there's a good example of this on maybe Netflix, maybe it was Meta. I think it was Netflix, where it wasn't necessarily a day two trade, but it took like a week. And gap up here on earnings just kind of went flat, 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 flat. Once it started making new highs, it just never stopped, and it moved another 100 points. So not necessarily a day two trade, but post earnings kind of trade. If things don't move right off the bat. But I definitely don't want to see Snow come under 180 or something. I just see Cha wait a little bit longer. Yeah, no, Gio, I agree. I have no interest in forcing anything right now. I'm just gonna let the market do its thing. Who cares? Wait, yeah. I'm looking at the 200 calls on Snow, but the further this drops lower, the less of the chance of me actually taking this trade. But I may switch to the 195s, to be honest with you. But we'll see. The 200 calls on Snow are $40. Make sure you're looking at the right expiration, Mastermind. But yeah, nothing too crazy here. Meta still selling off down to 680 now. Were you looking at the wrong expiration, Mastermind? Was that what's going on? Yeah, Ivy's still coming down. That's one thing that Interactive Brokers is not good at. It's updating the IV. Mine's still at 212%. Looks like we're at 100% here on Thinkorswim. Microsoft's going. I looked at that this morning. It broke 400 the other day. It looks like people came in and bought that up this morning. Yeah. This is one of the stronger names for sure. But I wonder if something happened with Apple and Microsoft. Those are moving similar. So an IV, what is good? Well, I mean, it kind of depends on the stock, right? So like when you have something like Tesla that's super volatile or volatile, Trace, you IV may be like typically around 50, 60, 70% sometimes on the higher side. Um, but for things that move a little bit slower, maybe like Apple, like I'm just gonna take a random guess that Apple's IV is like 30%, maybe 20% something. Apple's is, well, at least for this week, they're 39%, but we're also about to expire on the week, so their IV's up a little bit more. But next week contracts are 29.7%. So that's because Apple just doesn't move 10 points at a time like something like Meta could, right? So like Meta's IV will be a little bit higher. They're going to be 48% for this week. Next week contracts are 37%. So I don't know. Just always consider anywhere from like 30 to 40, 50%. Typically normal. Snow's dead. May not get this trade, and it sucks. I don't think we're gonna get it now. To me, it should already kind of be happening. Ethan, I wish I had the Amazon swing. Yeah, Amazon did end up bouncing a little bit. But with the amount of news coming on, I don't know. It's just not really a swinging environment for me. Trump in a post truth social. Yeah, so I also saw a 25% tariff on the whole EU. Cools. I'll be looking at this week expiration, but I'm not expecting us to get this trade really anymore. Seeing a lot of stocks start selling off right now, and the market's not. So yeah, maybe those SPY puts could work out. Yeah, Tesla finally showing a little bit of strength. Snow just broke 180. It's so disappointing. But yeah, NVDA dropped like five points from the open. It's going red on the day. Wow, down 1%. Bought 175 snow puts at 1.2, a bit too early and got out way too early. It made 47. You made $4,700 on snow puts, Ace? Nice, man. Great job. Throw those profits in the profit channel. That'd be a solid post there. Great job. 1.2 to 1.43. So you made 23 cents a contract and you made $4,700. How many contracts did you buy? That's a lot. Jeez. Well, great trade, dude. Throw that in the profit channel. Take a screenshot of the profits and throw it in. It's a great way to end the week. Man, I made $4,700 this morning. Meta just kind of tanked. I don't know. That sucks. So it could have been a good trade, but like I said, this kind of setup with this huge gap, when it comes around, it'll be good, but it may just take a little bit. If you're on Windows, Ace, I don't know what you're on. If you do Windows Shift S on your keyboard, well, I don't know. Look, you share whatever you want to share, but you don't have to send like a P&L of everything. Yeah, you can also just snip. Yeah. Yeah, that's so Windows Shift S for me is how I get my snipping tool out. I think I don't think I did a keybind for that. I think that's default. Yeah, all right. So snow's done. Let's see. Google is selling off more. Google may go all the way down to 170. Who knows? That's insane, man. Great trade. Market's tanking right now, guys. Let's see, what can we trade here? Meta, I don't want to chase this kind of stuff. Tesla coming in for low of the day as well. As much as I think that maybe there's an opportunity to trade Tesla new lows, it's just this move. I mean, looking on the daily chart here, this move is just to me extended. I don't know. Oh yeah, look at SPY and Q now. Yeah, that SPX trade. I bet it just paid off huge, Bookie. NVDA 129. Market's getting crushed here, guys. Some more news come out. Did Trump say something else? These sell-offs are just wild. Locked in. Did you trade puts with Boogie? Yeah, maybe Meta will be a good short. I don't know. I don't want to force that. I don't know. We're just coming right back into a range here on Meta that we had just bounced from. I would want to see a bounce up to like 680 first, and maybe play 675 until low of the day. Nice. What else is going on here? Yeah, snow just not happening today. Seeing a little bounce here from some things. I don't know. I mean, I just don't really want to just make a trade out of nothing here. That's pretty funny, Trace. Yeah, I mean, we need to get this guy in the chat room at some point because it's insane the stories you're giving me. Do I think Tesla will reject VWAP? I have no idea. It could. We're coming up near VWAP. VWAP tends to be rejected, so there's a chance for sure. Yeah, Trace. Don't take any. I don't think you would. I think Trace finds it funny too, but we got to get this guy in the chat room. NVIDIA just had a really solid bounce, about 2 points there pretty quickly. Snow trying to get back up 180. Google's just nosediving. That's kind of it. Is there news on that? I mean, I did see that. I think it was Amazon had their first quantum chip come out. So maybe that's putting some pressure on Google. I don't know. Market's weak, so I mean, I'm not really surprised at that. Google's done nothing but sell off. Yeah, I don't really see anything I love. Do you got any tickers you want me to check out for you? Any questions? Man, Meta, that new low is actually pretty solid there. But it didn't bounce nearly as much as I wanted. Nice, dude. Good. It's moving pretty quickly here in your favor. We got futures coming for low a day as well. Try not to FOMO this stuff, guys. I don't really have any sort of want to chase these new lows. I'm trying to stay patient here. If I can get some sort of like, real pattern, like real bear flag or something, I'd try it maybe, but this just isn't stuff I'm gonna chase. I don't really care what it does. Wow, look at that NVDA. Look at that. Man. Nice, Miles. That's just crazy. I just don't know why my interactive brokers does that. NVIDIA coming in for a new low here. Oh my god. When I try to pull up my option chain, I can't switch expiration because then the window just like disappears, just goes away. So then I have to make a new option chain. Yeah, I don't know. It's just frustrating. What does that mean to dock it? Here, I'll send a screenshot too of. So I mean, look, now I have two open, and when I click on those, little windows, like there's nothing there. So I gotta exit those out and then open up a new one. Which is frustrating. I've had some problems with interactive brokers lately. I will not be going to Robinhood. I can promise you that. Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry, Ace. Those could have lost so much value so quickly. Let's see. New low on NVDA there. Meta still trickling down. Wow. Trade AMD. All right, I'll look. 1 second. Yeah, seeing new lows on that as well. It's pretty crazy. Probably could have scalped some new lows today, but I don't know. I don't like chasing this stuff, especially when it wasn't really my plan. New low on Tesla. That would have been kind of nice to trade. I would have probably tried that. Yeah, I'm sitting back, guys. I'm not going to do anything. $177. Even 277. I'm guessing. Yeah, I mean it's getting destroyed. So Microsoft's dumping. Yeah, I bet market's selling off. It's weird. Like Monday, Tuesday, we kind of saw this action when things just sold right off, and then yesterday, market was like was kind of weird, like chopped around at least off the open, but maybe a little bit stronger. And then today, it's just dumping again. Tesla new low 285. Wow. What do these puts look like on Tesla? Let's see, NVIDIA is really starting to give up now. I don't know, guys. I mean, look, as much as I want to make money, I don't feel comfortable chasing this stuff. Netflix 980. Yeah, wow. Snow didn't sell off. Isn't really selling off as hard. Google down at 170 and a half. Hims just sold off. NVIDIA still going. Trying to be patient here, guys. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. And, maybe there is some opportunity here that I'm missing out on, but I'd rather miss out on it than force it and lose because that's going to hurt a whole lot more. New low on Tesla. This is insane. It's just going straight down. Like it's not even giving me a chance to enter. I'm looking at Meta. NVIDIA. Man, look at NVIDIA go. That's another kind of setup I would have considered, but under 280, I'd consider it, Miles. Yeah. This thing is just getting crushed. So, I mean, there's obviously going to be some support 270, 280. I think Tesla's overextended to the downside, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I probably will. Yeah, with Trump news and yeah, Elon as well, kind of doing his thing, just kind of scares investors. And I think that's a reason this is coming all the way down. But I'm going to turn into just a tip and just start dip buying everything. Um, Yeah, there's a gap all the way down to 250, actually. 250 to 275. So yeah, 275 all the way down. It does start. I don't know. The fact that I saw this at 330 just like 3 days ago and traded that low to 325. I mean, I did that on Monday, I think. Let's see what those contracts are at. 325 puts are $4,000. That a boogie? Yeah, I mean, when things get overextended like this, all it takes you a little bit of good news, and right, stocks go up and they go down. So when something's this extended to the downside, the lower it goes, the higher the chance of it bouncing a little bit. Yeah, the market is definitely very emotional right now. Right. Google just broke 170. Wow. Glad we got out of that swing. I mean, guys, Meta hasn't had a green candle in like 15 minutes. Tesla 282. This hurts to watch. I mean, I feel like I would love to make some money here, but this is just insane. I can't chase these lows like this. I just can't do it. I'm not seeing anything super specific right now as to why this is dumping, but it's probably, again, like we went straight up from election, and when you go really fast up, you can come really fast right back down. And to me, that's kind of what's going on. A lot of people are buying, buying, buying. Happy Trump's in, and you get a little bit of market weakness, and it'll just get crushed. People just want to sell. They don't want to bag hold. No, we're not. I don't think we're in a bear market yet. I don't know. I think there's some math behind that, Trace. I'm not completely. I don't want to give you the wrong answer on that. I think it also has to do with like being considered in a recession as well. And this is just market sell-offs. Let's see here. Let's see if there's a wall here at 280. So yeah, we're seeing like that second. You got the initial push. We're seeing that just free fall right after. Yeah, I bet MSTR is dumping. Bitcoin's not down too much. Wow, Google hit 169. I mean, this is insane. Look at Google. I mean, everything's looking like this. Meta too. I mean, 28-point move on Meta from the high of the day. Good, I mean. Yeah, coin down as well. Starting to see a little bounce on some things here at the market. SPY 590. I wouldn't be surprised to see, SPY like 585, maybe even 580. There's room. There's room for it to go. See, 280 puts or $600. It's just too expensive right now. I'm not chasing these lows like I keep saying, but if there is some sort of like awesome looking bear flag, I'd consider it. Hello? Little bounce here right off 280 on Tesla. We'll see what happens here. I want to see a little bit more of a legitimate bear flag before I try to trade any of this stuff, guys. I don't want to just try to force another new low. I mean, this has come straight down. Like, if this comes up maybe 285, sits there for a second, and starts to roll back over, I'd consider it. Well, just not something that takes like 2 minutes of time, if that makes sense, Cersei. I would rather it kind of set up for 5, 10, 15 minutes, create a legitimate pattern, and then go. If that makes sense. No, it's kind of big, but yeah, well, just a pretty structured pattern, if that makes sense. Tesla's coming up here to 285. Market trying to bounce a little bit. Nice, Kenny Penny. That's awesome. Great job. Tesla, first big bouncer. So to me, this is good. I've finally seen some relief on this. Now, if this can kind of start rolling over, I'd consider this new low through 280. But then again, I don't know. We're getting a little bit later in the morning here. There is a pretty solid wall at 280 as well. Everything's bouncing here a little bit. We'll see how long this lasts. Apple just now making a new low in the day after it initially popped up pretty hard. Whoa. Tesla coming back down here a little bit. That was a good bounce. I mean, that's kind of the size of a bounce that I want to see before I consider going short on anything like this. But, this could easily get back 290, break above VWAP, and just start ripping back for the high of the day. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to just try to buy puts up here for no reason. Market volume starting to lower here on this pop. Could see things roll back over here any minute. Part of me wants to just take a tiny little position up here on this. I don't know. I think I'm just going to be patient here. It's a nice wall at 280, though. It's the only reason even considering Tesla. I'm looking at the 280 puts. They're going to be a bit expensive, guys. I mean, you can go 275s. You can go, 270s. Any of those, I think, would work. Market's starting to roll over a little bit here. Back under 285. I don't know. I'm just gonna wait. That was a nice rejection there on Tesla. Starting to see a little weakness on this. This would be a nice, it's kind of like an H pattern is what I'm looking for here through 280. Starting to roll over here kind of nicely. I like that. I'm just going to wait for a little bit closer to the low of the day, guys. Like maybe under 282, I'd enter. Look for the low of the day, 280 and 88 cents to get taken out. And then obviously look for a 280 break on that and start scaling out. So 280 and 88 cents is the low. Wow, straight already in the 283. This is starting to slip. Market getting bought up a little bit here. Be patient. Be patient. Could easily bounce here, guys. This would be the first higher low of the day as well and could start an uptrend back to the highs. So I don't want to force this, but I think chances are still pretty high. Nice rejection there. I like to see that, especially if that can go from a green to a red candle. Those flips and momentum are good. Yeah, Sir Steve, I remember that. Later, Ace. Little bounce here still. Nothing too major. Yeah, no, that has nothing to do with your stock. I would hit don't display this message again. I get that sometimes. I mean, that's like about like random futures and stuff like that. I didn't know you were on IBKR though. Nice. Snow going back up. Yeah, a little bit. It's at 181. Still, $10 away from where I want to be trading it. Market starting to recover here. So I don't know. Maybe we don't see another new low in the day, but I'll still wait around for a little bit longer. Seeing some people buy these 280 puts though on the times and sales. A bounce was needed, so now we can maybe start forming like a legitimate bear flag, guys. This is kind of what I was talking about. I want something that'll take 10-15 minutes to form because it'll give us a cleaner trade, cleaner entries. It'll just be safer all around. So I mean, obviously, if this goes above 290, I'll move on. But I do think, in this area, forming something like this. So whoever asked about, what I meant by that, about like a real bear flag, this is kind of what I mean. Rather than all these little tiny little moves, I want to see a big, consolidation pattern form, for the next move down. So, if they can form this like the way I want, it'll give us a much bigger trade through 280. There's going to be a lot of resistance right in this area here. I hope y'all can see that. That's, ideally Tesla could come and maybe test somewhere close to that and then start rolling back over. That would be ideal, I think. Yeah, IBKR is kind of confusing in the beginning for sure. Market's really starting to recover now. So I would definitely want to see that weakness come back into this for a Tesla trade here. Oh, I hate that Duke. I'm sorry. What'd you trade? Tesla? This is a so SPY. Yeah, guys. I mean, look, like I said, you gotta be careful. As much like as FOMO as this brings, you can't. This is like that perfect time where if you wait too long and you try to chase those lows, and that's where you get a bounce like this, and it sucks. These 280 puts are now 315. They were $5 just a couple minutes ago. I don't know. Again, if this gets through VWAP and 290, it's gone. It's going to start ripping. This is definitely where I want to see Tesla reject if it's going to reject anything. And then I want to obviously this uptrend get taken out. Some volume come through 285. See the market roll back over. That's where this would get solid. Starting to roll back over here a little bit. Put this on a 2-minute chart. Still looking good. Rejection right off VWAP. Now I just want to see the market roll back over and go for lows, see volume pick up on this, and just watch this uptrend get taken out. And we're gone, right? Just like yesterday. I don't know who took that trade with me, but this is the exact scenario that I want to see happen here. Okay. I want to see the uptrend get taken out and just free fall. Just trying to be patient with this one. You know, an entry here with a stop above VWAP could make sense, but then again, market's recovering, so that could just be a quick loss for no reason. So that's why I'd rather just wait for this to actually start happening before I take any sort of entry here. What happened, Gio? What'd you do? You try to chase lows too? SPY above VWAP, yeah. Going back up to 595. This bounce is totally fine. I want to see futures kind of reject and start rolling back over, because that's what's going to help Tesla just kind of capitulate and then die. You can see Tesla's kind of buying momentum slowed up. You see, if you guys look at futures, you can see SPY and NQ, their volume has died out as this has bounced up higher. This is a good spot for them to reject and see if we can roll back over here with some volume. Come on, SPY. Sell off. Tesla trying to bounce a little bit. Market's still just kind of slowly creeping its way back up. I like how Tesla's kind of gone flat here. It hasn't really continued much higher. But we'll see. Above VWAP, I'll just move on probably. Maybe even call it a day. We'll see. 1 minute chart. I mean, this is still intact for the most part. Starting to see a rejection here on futures for the first candle in about 10 minutes. Let's see if this can continue lower. I want to see some aggressive selling on Tesla come in as well. Here we go. SPY starting to roll back over, trying to break under 594. Come on, Tesla. Let me see you drop here. back under 285 is I think where I want to see that volume come back in. Instant bounce there on futures. This is where short sellers might start covering. You'll get a little squeeze to the upside. Right, we're going to have this sort of resistance here. We have this resistance here, that kind of that low of the day, that original low of the day, and VWAP. So through that, this could rip. This is definitely like as high as I want to see this go, though. I don't really even want to see them break it over 289. Just putting us a little too far away from 280 if that wall is. I just want to see the market just completely get its legs taken out and then watch. I mean, I still think there's a good trade here. It's just going to take maybe a little bit of patience. I mean, at least not to my knowledge. Search sleep. I mean, could it? Maybe, you know, sometimes people buy into a stock right before dividends. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Soldier. But you know, again, my entry is not going to be until like 282 probably. I don't really want to start entering something like that all the way up here. It's Thursday too, guys, so the contracts will lose value with theta. Don't want to see Tesla go much higher. It's right where we got to start seeing some rejections, guys. Just broke VWAP. Need to see some big rejection right now. Come on. Or our day's probably done. At least mine will be. That was good. It's good so far. Come on, keep on coming down. Seeing SPY and NQ kind of roll over as well. Keep those in mind. If those go higher here and kind of break out, it's going to rip Tesla and we'll be done. Yeah, there it goes. Above 290, I'm probably going to call it a day. Closed above VWAP as well in the 2-minute. Market starting to recover. We may just see a total recovery now. All right, I'm done. Well, unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes, guys. That's why you cannot chase those lows. Discipline saved you today. All right. Well, are there any last minute questions? I got to run here in about 2 minutes, so I'll give y'all about 2 minutes to ask questions. If not, I'm done. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. Coaching lesson is going to be tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, as per usual. I think the last lesson was pretty good. Maybe I'll come up with something else to talk about. Yes, this means the one song is actually in 3 different places and does one effect. I'm sorry, I don't really know. You're looking at 3 different stocks. Firstly, you're looking at Riot, SPX, and NDX. Go ahead and just hit me up in the DMs and I'll help you with this, but I gotta get going. So all right, y'all have a good rest of the day, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.